Now I would like for you to imagine the most beautiful place in the world, what you consider to be the most beautiful place in the world, where there are no worries and no problems. It may be a forest, it may be a seashore, it may be a meadow, whatever you consider to be beautiful and peaceful. Can you find a place like that?
Yes, I'm back in the desert.
What does it look like, smell like, sound like to you?
Quiet. It's very quiet. It's very peaceful. It's very open, wide open expanse. I have a little monkey here with me.
Can you see the sky from where you are?
I can, but this little monkey is shining the shoes of a man sitting here. That's my attention.
The monkey is shining shoes.
Yeah, I see who the man is now.
Who is the man?
David Bowie. He's wearing a beige suit and hat, white shirt, black tie.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what I'm going to ask you to do is leave David Bowie and the monkey, and I'd like you to find a cloud that you can see from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to another point in time that Casey can learn from. What are you doing?
I'm looking at what looks like a ghost. It's more like a spirit girl. She's light. She's made of light. She's just in the air. She's coming down, but she's in the air and her long blonde hair is flowing. She's wearing what looks like a nightgown, just a long cotton nightgown.
Like an angel? Or what they say looks like angels?
It's like a girl made of light.
Do you have a body?
Not yet.
What, if you can look around and see around you, what can you tell me?
It's nighttime and we're in a field. It's green. We're standing on green grass and the sky is just midnight blue.
Are there stars out and the moon?
Yes. There's something being placed onto the girl. Something's being placed over her shoulders and a very old, dirty, beat up hat, like a wizard's hat that's pointy. And there's clothing now being placed on her. Yeah.
Like a cloak or like shirt and dress?
She's dressed like a pilgrim with the square buckle on the belt. And she's dressed like a pilgrim.
The light being the girl with the blonde flowing hair.
Mm-hmm. She's human now, and she's being dressed in human clothing, the clothing of a pilgrim. The
So this would
hat
have been,
telling me that she's going to have natural powers, magical powers, what we might call a witch. She's special. She has a job.
what's her
Not
job?
going to be easy.
What is her job?
To connect with nature and the elements, and to work with the elements in a way that is not accepted at this time on this planet.
Did she come over on the boats?
She just came from the sky.
Do you know where in the sky?
She appears about 14 years old as I'm seeing her here now.
Is she you? Are you her?
Yes.
Can you look around and tell me, are you out of the field? Are you with people now?
I'm just getting a string of information on the life standing here in this field.
You don't like standing there in the field?
I'm getting the stream of information on the entire lifetime standing here in this field.
Tell me about it. How are you getting the information? Like through your brain, or can you hear it?
I just see it all at once.
Would you like to just tell me about it?
Restrictive, confining, many rules. It wasn't long before the way I worked with the nature became known to other people. It was a hard life. I was punished many times, put in a cellar with no food and little clothing. I had my hair removed as punishment following this.
So you were abused.
I was attempted to be corrected by the thinking of the day and inevitably stoned. I think I was 14 when I was stoned.
Did that end your life?
Yes.
Remember, you will not experience any physical sensations, and you can talk about it and explain what is happening if you'd like as the observer, or we can leave her into her life just as it was and move Casey to the subconscious. Would you like to do that?
You lead, I'll follow.
Okay. May I speak to Casey's subconscious, please?
Yes.
I have permission to speak to Casey's subconscious.
Yes.
I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Casey to see today. You chose to bring forward this lifetime for her. Why did you choose this life? Well, both of these lives.
For lifetimes as women,
Yes.
as female embodiments are important for Casey to integrate, as the template, as she knows, is highly male, and the preference for that energy is decided. We bring in the feminine for balance. She forgets this. or likes to forget this part of herself.
Why?
The lifetimes are more challenging in their own unique ways. More rules, less freedom.
Do you feel like that is a reoccurring problem for Casey then? Is there something that she can do to level up on that? Because it seems like it's a reoccurring issue with her lives.
Yes, it is.
What can she do to correct that?
It itself is a correction for the lifetimes as male when she is the one applying the rules and taking away the freedoms.
Why does Casey believe that she needs to take away freedoms and have rules in order to accomplish what she needs to accomplish?
The rules exist in the system. She's born into the system as male or as female, as you are born into a system at present, which is highly dominant in the male, where the female is suppressed. It's not something that is done individually, but how the collective decides upon for the creation.
There's other beings that exist that are not just male and female, or they don't identify with just male and female, correct?
We are currently speaking about the lifetimes just brought forward, and specifically speaking of lifetimes on Earth.
Okay. Okay. Casey, she would like to move full stream ahead in her consciousness needed for what she is engaged in. So, what else would be needed for her to open those uh, flow gates, if you will?
Continue the service. Just continue the service.
While we are going through these questions, I would like the subconscious to start at the top of Casey's head and go all the way to her feet and maybe just do a body scan. She's been having some tension in her shoulders, uh, kind of like a corkscrew in her neck, and she would like to know why this keeps happening, what she can do to keep it fixed for once and for all. And so I would like for you to go ahead and fix that for her once and for all. Is Casey's body at this time capable of specifically trance channeling? Meaning, is she Trinity aligned, body, mind, spirit?
Yes.
Is what Casey calls the naturals and synthetics. Is she a natural and in this life and in past lives?
The idea of the naturals and the chemical synthetics is one we often give her in the dream state. As she knows, she is aligned with the natural timeline and the current life. But as in all soul templates, there is a mix.
Like a hybrid?
In Casey's instance, Casey is not quite correct, but in the soul template, there are very few instances of chemical synthetic lifetimes. I am detecting 2.
What were those synthetic lifetimes like?
Rephrase.
Well, if you we're a natural, then you're a synthetic. Um, does that differentiate from the natural? Like, how do you feel different?
They are each unique experiences, if this is what you're asking. Within the event of the experience themselves is only the experience of what it is that has been chosen. And so you experience the one or the other, not the difference.
So, has Casey ever been other beings besides, well, has Casey ever been other beings?
Casey is only herself. Are you referring to the inner being Casey, being other beings?
Yes.
Of course, yes.
Okay, so why doesn't Casey like talking about herself?
As you have seen in the one life we have brought forward, she is often punished for it. Also, she does not find herself very interesting. What she does find interesting is what she prefers to discuss.
Okay, well, Casey, um, the little girl in the crystal that Casey sees, she says that she has a connection to her, maybe as a past life in Mesopotamia.
Yes,
Can you tell me about the little girl in Mesopotamia?
it is not a little girl, it is a little boy,
Ooh.
as he has come through in the crystal portrait. And this takes Casey back to the origin of the work she is here doing here now in this lifetime.
Has Casey always done the crystal work in every lifetime?
Not in every lifetime, but in those lifetimes most connected with her. And the current lifetime are those working with crystals as communications devices. She is, for instance, on board craft working what she will call comms. And that comm system is devised of crystals. This is one example. One example she is already aware of. She has been shown and she has seen, and this is not new information to her. She has also been shown the Atlantean lifetime, as the priestess working with the azurite crystals. There are multiple lifetimes we have shown her, multiple lifetimes she has successfully seen, successfully integrated into her system, and this is what is allowing the current work to occur. It is an accumulation of knowledge that is coming into a concentration point in the current life. She has access to all she has previously learned, and this she will bring through in the format she has chosen, which, as you are aware of, is through the photography, through which she shows or brings these points in time through to your point in time.
Will this path that Casey's on, it seems like she's starting to get more acknowledged more with her gifts. Is this something that is going to continue? And what can Casey do to magnify that?
It is not anything that Casey herself wishes to magnify,
Okay.
but it is work that is scheduled to go out into the populace of your planet, and thus it will.
Are and org connected?
There are connections which are more direct than some other connections. And this would be an indirect connection.
Did you say that Org was a reptilian race?
Yes, this is correct. A reptilian species.
Species, not race. Why not race?
Species has to do with the biological structure of the body. Race is a construct sometimes based on this, but not this. The human race, for instance, is not the same as the human animal.
What's the difference?
Race is more societal, whereas species is more biological.
Do I come from reptilian species in my past?
Are you asking if you have incarnations through the reptilian species?
Yes.
Casey has shown one to you, yes. This is a form in which you both share and a lifetime in which you knew one another.
Why did he come, or why did he come back? Or what did he come through to tell me? Is there something he came through to tell me?
What is the point of the game?
To figure out who I am and why I'm here. Am I supposed to be doing this, or should I be doing something else?
What is the point of the game?
To figure out who I am and what I'm here for.
And
This is what I'm here for.
it's what you are choosing. And when you are no longer choosing it, you will be doing another thing.
Is that the same? Like Casey has her crystals and her other work that she does, and that is what she is. She's here for that, like to support people.
These are things that occur in a lifetime to keep her occupied while she is here. But it is not the point of the game. It is through these activities that she discovers who she is. And as she discovers who she is, it's expressed. It is the same for one and for all.
Yes. Oh, why was Casey seeing David Bowie with a monkey shining his shoes?
His presence always serves a primary function, and Casey knows what this is. It is a message letting her know she needs to move more, and specifically that she needs to dance.
In Casey's past lives that we've gone to, in most of them, she is having 2 children, and she has, in a few of them, she's had issues with that, with the laboring the babies. Is there something to that Casey needs to heal from, or does she have any feelings with that?
There is remaining residue that she carries in the current body. This will be for her to address through the living of the life. The 1800s time frame is common through this area of time for children to be lost in childbirth and such. This soul has chosen to often give of its own life rather than, or should we say, for the child. So it is something that occurs repeatedly in the template in female incarnations. We can say it is one of the reasons that in the current life she knew to not have children.
Why?
To not end the life before the mission was complete.
Do you have the ability to heal emotions as well? Or residue?
Nothing is ever truly healed for another. One heals oneself, and what is facilitated is the opening of the opportunity for one to go within and heal themselves. Casey sees how this works within the event of the out-of-body experience, wherein she is brought into her own biological structure and allowed to see how it functions and where it has been made to malfunction. And through shifting into life experiences where the malfunction was first instigated and correcting the movements made within those lifetimes, she experiences the physical correction and the physical body she now inhabits. It is the same, not just for her, but for all. You are engaged in this activity in the night in what you call your dream state. Casey has just been assisted in being brought into the awareness of this work and this activity, into the nature of reality and the way reality works, the way the body functions, and corrections that allow the body to function at its most optimal.
Would you be able to draw a diagram of that after you come out of trance?
Diagram of what?
Or not like a diagram, but maybe a like for Casey to write down the things that she needs for optimum function.
I've got enough work on my plate. I thank you for adding that to it.
I think Casey will just be just fine without it. All right. Is there any other anything else that you would like to tell me?
We are complete.
Okay. How are you feeling? Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. You know what's interesting to me?
Yeah.
Every single time.
Huh?
Every single time it's interesting to me. It's like I'm right here and it's feeling pretty normal to me. Like it's just me.
Yeah.
But then when you say, okay, we're going to come back to the current date, I notice I can't find my body.
Okay.
And
What can I do that would help you get more acclimated? Like, is there anything?
that's not a problem. That's me moving into trance. That's me moving out of the body.
Okay.
But what's interesting to me is that I don't realize it. It feels like I'm just right here and everything's normal. You know what I mean? Until you say that. You know, I'm like, until you say, okay, we're going to come back into the current date. You know, and I'm like, yeah.
Where am I? What date is?
I didn't even notice, you know, I wasn't here.